Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update as it dey hot. Let's go down to the news proper without wasting much of your time. Nigeria Labour Congress declares nationwide strike from Wednesday over fuel subsidy. This one, another one. Tinubu never even enter self wahala don dey start. The Labour Congress have declared nationwide strike from Wednesday over fuel subsidy. So this is going to be starting next week. Let's go down to the news proper as it hot. But before that time, please, if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. That's the only way you can support the good work that we are doing on this channel. The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has declared a nationwide strike from Wednesday. This comes amid fuel shortage across the country, occasioned by President Bola Tinubu's inaugural speech in which he declared that fuel subsidy is gone. The union announced the industrial action on Friday following a meeting of its National Executive Council (NEC) in Abuja over the fuel subsidy removal and subsequent hike in the pump price of petrol. The NEC comprises all presidents, general secretaries, treasurers of all NLC's affiliate unions, state chairpersons and secretaries of the NLC State Council, chairpersons of the NLC Youth Committee, and members of the National Administrative Council (NAC). Sarah reporters had reported on Wednesday that the meeting between the federal government and Nigerian Labour Congress over fuel subsidy removal ended without a consensus. The meeting began around 4 p.m. on Wednesday at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Representatives of the federal government had included Dele Alaki, the spokesperson for Tinubu, and the Group Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian National Petroleum Company (NNPC) Limited, Mele Kyari. Other government officials present were the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, and former Edo State Governor Adams Oshomole. The organized labor was represented by the NLC National President Joe Ajero and the President of the Trade Union Congress Festus Osifo. After several hours of meeting with the federal government, the NLC had demanded that the federal government return to the status quo by reversing the price of fuel before resuming negotiation with the NLC. The national president of Nigeria Labour Congress, Joe Ajero, who criticized the removal of subsidy, stated that the status quo returns before any formal engagement with the NLC to protect Nigerian workforce and provide additional solutions. The NLC insisted that the federal government did not enter into any conversation even on palliative measures for Nigerians, hence the rejection of the latest announcement. The union said it had decided to reconvene with its members to determine the next line of action. Meanwhile, Alaki described the meeting as robust, adding that talks would continue. He expressed hope that the parties would reach a reasonable conclusion at its next adjourned meeting, Daily Trust reports. Sarah reporters earlier reported that the NLC called on Tinubu-led federal government to immediately instruct the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited (NNPCL) to withdraw its vexatious pricing template to allow free flow of discussion with the government on the subsidy removal. It had been reported that President Tinubu announced during his inaugural speech on Monday at the Eagle Square, Abuja, that there will be no more fuel subsidy. And hours after the speech, long queues returned to filling stations across the country amid fuel scarcity occasioned by panic buying and hoarding of premium motor spirit, otherwise called petrol, by fuel dealers. However, few hours to the proposed meeting of organized labor with government representatives, NNPCL released a list of adjusted pump prices for its mega station across 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. According to release price list, The new pump price for premium motor spirit (PMS) ranges from 488 in Lagos State to 557 per litre in Yobe and Borno State, while it is 537 in Abuja and Enugu 520. My people, una don see as e dey happen, as e dey hot. Of course, you've seen what is actually happening immediately Tinubu took over office. It has not been up to a week since Tinubu took over office, and many things has started happening. The nation is, plunging into what is called hardship, and the rest of them. So I don't know how the next 4 years, how it is going to be for Nigerians. The Labour Congress has called for strike, which will resume next week, Wednesday, and people are anticipating for that. And this is the beginning of this particular government. Imagine a government taking over, and the first day in office, things started changing. I think this present administration should try their best and find a good advisor, because from what I'm seeing, I don't think that this present administration has a good advisor, because I don't see why Tinubu should allow the nation to start, giving him bad name from the first day in office. You should also consider the poor masses and the rest of them. Consider Nigeria's economy. Yes, even if he wants to remove fuel subsidy, I don't think it should be, immediately. Adding that to his speech, means that as if he's been controlled by somebody, or maybe he has been told, or maybe he is under a particular agreement to do such a thing. So I'm still wondering why that fuel subsidy removal should be part of his first speech as the president of the nation. So I think that is very bad. Meanwhile, Labour Congress is also waiting next Wednesday to resume their strike, which we don't know how long it is going to last. Of course, some time ago, students stayed at home for almost close to a year, and because of this student strike, and Labour was on their own also. So I don't know whether Nigeria is trying to plunge back to what they came out from. Then, as I round up on that, let me bring you to another news. Nigerian police declare fleeing former Oyo transport leader Ozolare wanted. The police in Oyo State, southwest Nigeria, on Friday declared the sacked chairman of Oyo State Park Management System (PMS), Mukalia Lamidi, popularly known as Ozolare, wanted. The police authorities made this known at media briefing. The police said they conducted another raid on Ozolare's hotel in Abadan, where more dangerous weapons were recovered. Sahara reporters had reported that the police had called on members of transport union in the state to surrender all the unauthorized weapons in their custody at the police station closest to them. This was after the operatives of the State Police Command had raided Diamond Hotel, Alakia, Ibadan, Oyo State, belonging to former chairman of PMS in the state, Ozolare, and recovered some guns, ammunition, and charms. Some of the things recovered from the Ozolare place were 474 bullets, cutlasses, and huge amount of cash, but Ozolare has been on the run since the raid. The State Police Commissioner Adewale Williams said this on Thursday at the Park Management System Town Hall meeting in Ibadan, the state capital. The commissioner said any of them who voluntarily surrenders their arms and ammunition will not be arrested or prosecuted, adding, "Nobody is allowed to be with an unauthorized weapon. This includes daggers, guns, machetes, and criminal charms. Nobody has the power to move around with weapons. It is not allowed." During the week, the State Police Command said it arrested 78 members of PMS who were planning to unleash wide-scale civil disturbance in the state. Police source who was part of the operation, had informed Sahara reporters on Tuesday that the chairman of PMS in the state fled when he saw the heavy presence of police in his hotel. The command spokesperson, SP Osife Adewola, said sequel to the above on Tuesday, 30/05/2023, in a strategic intelligence coordinated raid around his location at Diamond Hotel, Alakia, Isebo, under Eboda local government. 78 suspected hoodlums who had perfected plans to unleash mayhem at the early hours of today at major part of the metropolis were arrested in possession of sophisticated firearms, 724 cartridges, assorted charms, 33 mobile phones, and cash sum of about 3,450,000 naira only. In addition, during the raid, sophisticated firearms were recovered inside the hotel rooms and in the trunk compartment of the parked vehicles within the hotel. The PPRO explained that though the PMS chieftain was able to escape, one of his boys was killed during a gun duel with the police. Meanwhile, I will be winding down the curtain here, my wonderful people, and if this is your first time of joining us on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you'll be the first to collect it. Thank you for listening. God bless you.